Buddy here, let's get this rocking and rolling. I'm gonna go over here, show you guys how to do everything, and we're gonna have some fun. All right, so we're gonna go into basic credit repair tonight. Miss Spence, I'm gonna work with you. You're probably one of the newer ones. So
Okay.
you're probably gonna have most of the questions. There are a lot of these guys that are coming in are just, reaffirming what I've been teaching them. Okay.
Okay.
So
Hmm.
just if you at a point fall or falter, tell me stop, slow down, go through it. And I know you're not afraid to talk, which is a good thing. So it's not going to be a quiet room tonight. It's not going to sound like an echo chamber, which
Okay.
which is going to be fantastic. So if you do get lost, you do get into a position that you're like, I don't get it, I don't like it, whatever the case may be, just let me know. We're going to stop it and we'll keep going forward. I promise you that we're going to get shit done and we'll get you trained by the time you get out of here. Okay.
Alrighty. Let's
All right.
go.
All right. Can everybody see my screen?
Yes.
For the quiet ones, put a 1 in the chat. There we go. All right. Beautiful. All right, let's go. So, the most important part of this software, to me at least, is right here. You got to understand the software itself, and right here is the most important part of the software. You have your name, you have your email address, which is also your username. And then you have this magical thing called the general attack. A general attack, a token, a credit, a GA, I don't care what you want to call it. Just understand it's currency to pay the AI to generate the letters for you. So again, I'm going to say this again. It's currency to pay the AI to generate the letters for you. So this is how this works. The AI will generate an unlimited amount of pages, an unlimited amount of letters, for an unlimited amount of negative items for that one round for that month. Okay? Barring you did it correctly. So let me break it down into numbers for everybody so everybody understands. If you have 100 negative items, it could generate 300 letters and over 3,000 pages. For another month, it could generate 300. Oh, for the same 100 negative items, it could generate 300 letters and 30,000 pages. Just to give you that idea, the AI will do what it takes to write everything thoroughly. Now, the same thing if you have another client or a person that has 30 negatives, they could generate 300 letters again, and 30 pages, or 30 letters and 300 pages, or vice versa. They can do even more. So just to give everybody that understanding that the AI will do what it takes to generate as many letters as it takes to get the job done. You can control this, but I'm just letting you know that there is parameters set inside the software to generate the most amount of letters to get the job done. So that's what that one token does. That one token generates all that stuff. You don't got to pay for each negative, none of that stuff. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. 2 communities. We have the Facebook community, which you just click over here. And then in the chat, Ray's going to put the school community. So just for everybody to understand, again, Facebook community is right here inside of the chat, inside of the software. And in the chat is the school community, the Metro 2 school community, which we teach and we have teachings inside of. Walkthroughs, guys. Monday, Wednesday, 8 p.m. You're on a Wednesday night call. Tuesday, Thursday, 6 p.m. And Saturday at 11 a.m. Monday, Thursday, Saturday is Miss Deborah. I am Tuesday and Wednesday. So if you guys need us, just know who it is that you're working with. Any questions before I move off of the dashboard? No?
Yeah.
Perfect. Let's roll. Now, just to say this, the Get Started videos are a little older. Not to say that they're bad or any which way. They're just a little older. They might not have the most up-to-date information. So what I'm going to tell you guys is use the Get Started section sparingly, but it's there. If you need a refresher real quick, if you got lost on something or you want to know something, just use that over there. I definitely We'll give you our YouTube channel at the end of it, which will give you the all the stuff that we go over, everything that we've worked on, and all the new up-to-date information on how to pull credit reports and everything. So that's done. Let's get into the pricing section. I do this a little differently than everybody else. When I do the pricing section, guys, I'll explain it a little more in depth than other people do. So I'm just going to select my favorite color over here, which is orange for the software. Okay, I'm going to get up off my behind. I'm going to show you guys what we're working with. Okay, so when you pick a plan over here, the plans are very different than everybody would tell you. I'll tell everybody right here, each plan goes back to one plan. Eventually, you will make your way back to the iron package. You don't start at the iron package. You start at all these other packages because why? The iron package handles half a person. Okay? Bronze package handles 1 to 2. Civil's 2 to 4. This one's 10, 15, and 50. Okay? So because we know that, why does it handle half a person? Ali, it says one person. This one says 4, 8, 17, 30, and 100. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's tokens. It gives you one token to generate the letter. And because it gives you one token to generate the letter, what happens if you screw up? I know this because I'm the printer for the software. I actually print the letters. And I review all the letters that come out. So how many people mess up? Well, each person messes up twice before, well, technically 3 times, twice before their letters are perfect. So guess what? That's $177. If it's $177 to get your letters correct, the next package is $144. Which one's the better buy? The $144. But let's get to it. I still are not comparing apples with apples. This one needs a full nother token to match this one right here, which is $217. Let's be real, guys. 147 is looking a lot better when we're comparing apples to apples. Now, here's the cool part. Why do I say it's the downgrade package? Because all the tokens roll over, all the GAs roll over, all the general attacks roll over, all the credits roll over. So what happens is if you buy the bronze package for 2 months, learn how to work the software, just handling yourself, then you downgrade to the 97, you got some extra GAs left over. So if you do make a mistake, you have a problem, guess what? You don't have to worry about buying another GA for $40 because you now have saved it up in the bank. And now you can utilize that ahead of time. So always, my suggestion, bronze package. If you're just getting started. Now, if you're working on other people, you're doing other things, go with the next package that fits what you need. Just know when you start to get into the silver and the gold package, well, the gold and the platinum, once you start rolling, right? That's where things start to get easier to understand in the software. You're going to start looking at it a lot easier and a lot better, okay? Does anybody have any questions over here about what we just went over?
No.
No. Okay, perfect. So let's keep it rolling. All right. Now, get credit report section. Get credit report section is very important. The get credit report section is very different because what happens is they go to My Free Score now before they sign up and they don't get access to that that Epic Pro report. So my suggestion always is if you haven't pulled your credit report yet, go into the software, click the My Free Score Now link and get it from them because they give you the specific the specific Epic Pro report that's built to make this software go crazy. Make sense, guys? And built the most aggressive attack. Wow. Now, I went through all the crazy stuff. Are there any questions before I get started on the stuff that's actually super important? That's where people make the most mistakes and it costs them the most money. Does anybody here have any questions?
Can you just repeat what you just repeated? I'm sorry.
Okay. So the credit report section.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You go into the credit report section. For example, Dion has credit report through My Free Score now. What happens is
Okay.
they unlock the credit report to have a specialty report inside called the Epic Pro report. Said
Epic.
credit report is utilized in the software to make it perform at the highest ability. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what you want to make sure. If you go directly to My Free Score now and you don't utilize the link that Dion has inside of the software, it is not going to work for you. Make sense? They'll give you a plain report,
Okay.
which you would then have to call them, ask him to upgrade, and they may not do it and all this stuff. It's a pain in the behind. So best thing that I say to everybody is just get over there, do it that way. Just makes your life easier.
Okay.
Okay?
And I won't see the code until I sign up, right?
What happened? The credit report code?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So let's go over here. This is the most important section, ladies and gents. When I go through this, this is where everything happens. This is where all the stuff happens. Okay, so I'm gonna add profile over here.
Yes.
I'm gonna teach you guys how to add a profile properly. I am actually gonna write everything out beforehand, and I'm gonna explain it to everybody. All right. I'm done, filled out all the information. Now, guys, gals, in this section, when I go over here, you do not know where you live. You do not know what your social security number is. You do not know what your address is. Why? Because I guarantee you'll get it wrong every single time. Because people always think they know and they have fat finger technique, all that stuff. So what we're going to do is I would Zoom user, I would contact support. Contact support and let them know what you did. I don't know about that. Let them know and see what they can do for you, Zoom user. That's a question that I can't even help you on. Like I don't. Yeah, no problem. Contact do the support like I said before in the front. It says write a support ticket, and let them know what's going on. Maybe they'll move the money over some which way, shape, or form. So I don't know what they're gonna say to you. So I'll let them handle that all from there. So the reason I say you guys don't know where you live is 99% of people don't actually put the right information down when they're doing this. So when I go through this, if you follow this like the way that I tell you, you will never make a mistake. But if you don't, what will happen is you will get your letters spit out, especially if you send them to me for printing. I won't allow your letters to go through. If they have something wrong, I will make you regenerate again, which will cost you money. So let's go over there. Let me get you rocking and rolling right now. Let me teach you guys how to do this real quick. First and foremost, I always go over the best documents. The best documents to have is going to be the passport. Why the passport? Well, when you're filling this out and you have your passport only has this information on it. So because it says passport, this is what you're going to use. But I don't have access to a passport. Driver's license or ID can work. But here's the thing. Only fill this in. Do not fill anything else in. Make sense?
Mm-hmm. Just the name and the date of birth?
Name, date of birth, first name, last name, middle name, and suffix, and then your date of birth. Let's go over here. Social Security. Best thing to use, Social Security card. I mean, no brainer, right? But first page of taxes. If you don't have first page of taxes for if you don't have that, or a W-2. Okay? Last thing, green is always for the money. Why do I use green? Because they want a bank statement with the corresponding information over here. So when you fill this out, you're going to fill this out with a bank statement. When you fill this out with a bank statement, the reason why is you can't defraud the bank statement as easy as you can defraud a phone bill, utility bill, or any of that stuff. Trust me, they know. They're not stupid. So what they want you to do is use the easiest product that they can. The easiest product that will help you. So if you're utilizing the bank statement, that is the best option. Now, look what I did. Under street, I spelled everything out. I spelled street out. I spelled northwest. I spelled northeast. I put tower. I put apartment 18D. I put... The only thing that I didn't spell out is apartment, because, ladies and gentlemen, I suck at spelling apartment, and I'm not going to look like an idiot live on YouTube and live in this class. So I'll put APT, and you guys know how to spell apartment. I know there's like 6 other people in here that are probably like, yeah, me too, guys. Me too. So at the end of the day, that's it. Your bank statement is the one that your address is verified by. So if your bank statement or your utility bill or the other stuff that they don't want it, but if you have to send it, that's fine. You want to make sure that it's precise. Now, let me ask you a question. It's a trick question. If your driver's license says that you live in New York City, but your bank statement says that you live in Manhattan, okay? Which one are you using?
Manhattan.
Oh, damn, Miss Spence. Very good. Very good. You didn't even give everybody else a chance in here. Why?
Sorry.
Why, Miss Spence? That's okay. That's okay.
Because, I mean, in business, you got to be quick on your feet.
But why?
Oh, you said why?
Why?
Why are we? Because we're using the bank statement.
Atta girl. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
We're going to the green.
You know how many people make that error that they'll go, I have it every night. Somebody will say, oh, no, the one that's on the ID. No, but that's the key. I want for everybody that was going to say that ID, I want you to understand the ID needs to be put down after you fill in the 3 blue boxes. When I ask you what that ID says, nothing. That's what it says. Unless it's got my name, my first, my last name, middle name, suffix, sign, and date of birth, it doesn't mean shit to me. You put that down. You don't look at it. You don't touch it. You don't need it. Make sense, ladies and gentlemen? Put a 1 in the chat if that makes sense to everybody that's in here. Perfect. Perfect. Now, Ray, drop the screenshot for everybody in here so they can save this on their phone. So when they're doing this, they know what to look for.
Sure.
Thank you, buddy. That don't make sense.
There.
Thank you. There you go, guys. That's for you. Perfect. All right. Now, once we do this, does anybody have any questions about this image right here?
I do.
What?
I don't have a question about the image. So I'm going to be my first client, right? So I'm currently in the process of moving. So should I go to the bank tomorrow to give them my new address before? Okay. Gotcha.
You're already ahead of the game. Good job. Because you want to verify your address of where you're moving, so any previous address is not the ones that are in question, especially if you're trying to fix your credit.
Right.
So
Okay.
That's why I tell you guys this way. Now, if you have a passport, do not use your driver's license. Use your passport.
I have a passport. Yep.
Use your passport.
And a bank statement.
Atta girl. There you
I
go.
have another little question.
Go for it.
So the stuff that's on my credit report, all the stuff that I can pay, should I pay it or should I be just disputing everything?
I cannot legally by law answer that because that's financial.
Okay.
That's financial advice. But I would tell you this: is I would look up on ChatGPT if you should pay off a collection before you dispute your file.
Okay.
Legally by law, I cannot give that. I cannot. That's financial advice, and I'm not a financial advisor. I am a printing guy. I print paper out for a living.
Okay.
So yeah, I've been in this game. If it was me, I would not. So Kathy, I'm gonna ask you a question, and then this is not to be rude to you. It's not to be rude to you, but what gives you the qualification to say that to somebody? And I'm not. It's not being rude. I can certainly answer that question with my 15 years of experience, and everybody that knows me in here, I could drop all the knowledge on her. But the whole point of it is we don't ever want to steer somebody in the wrong direction, because if we steer them in the wrong direction, okay, what happens? If they head to court, yeah, I know, but why? The question in the sentiment, why? That the next question that's going to come for her, why would you do that? And then why would we be able to say that? And I got you. I'm not saying it in a negative way. I don't want to be rude. I didn't have, I got you, girl. She get defensive on me now. I'm not. I understand what I'm trying to say. Is the question comes up because that plants in somebody's head. That's why I said go ask ChatGPT, because now she can go into a deep hole with that. Yes, do I agree with you? Yeah, I do. But there's a reason why. There's a reason why. I can't get into it live, but there's definitely a reason why that we don't do that. But just understand that it comes from my 15 years of experience that I can talk about that. But why would we do this? Because this is compliance. So when we do Metro 2 compliance, it's about being compliant with the law. When we say that, that may not be 100% compliant with the law. That's the key. And that's what I want to keep it inside of in this compliance realm. That's the only reason I'm saying that to you. Not that you're wrong. Not that you're wrong. Is it compliant? 98% no. And that's why we have to make sure that we have to do that. Yeah, Mr. Brown, I know my compliance shit now. But that's the key. Not that you're wrong, but is it compliant? So that's why I don't want to answer that question due to compliance. And yes, you're 100% right. I hear you can advise. It's not a wrong thing. But Ms. Spence, I would look up your compliance standpoint first to see if you want to go down that route and go down that way, and then go from there.
Okay.
I got ChatGPT is your best friend when you start working in the credit game. I wish I had it when I started 15 years ago. It'll do you a lot of help for compliance standpoints, because here's the thing. Even fixing yourself, if you plan on starting a credit repair business, understanding the law and understanding what the law will do, and how it can come back to bite you in the behind is the key. That's why this software is so good, but it's why it takes longer than the rest, because it is compliance. So because it's compliance, it's not going to move as fast as other programs, and it's going to take longer to get a little bit of a result that you're looking for. But when it does get results, it gets big freaking results. Make sense?
What's the turnaround?
Can't answer. Can't
answer. Okay.
Can't another. So here, you know what the turnaround question? You ready for the turnaround answer?
Yes.
You ready for the legal turnaround answer? Here's the legal turnaround. Every credit repair agency should start saying this. 7 years is when you can get your credit removed, get that negative item fallen, because legally by law falls off in 7 years. It all depends on the bureau. Now,
okay.
As a printer, I can talk to you truthfully. I've seen things fall off in 1 month. I've seen people work with me for 14 months.
Okay.
But it's all where you're headed and how you're headed. I've seen late payments be stubborn. I've seen charge off and collections be stubborn, but I've also seen charge off and collections that were listed recently fall off in a month. So not everything it's up in the air. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that it's not. It just takes time.
Okay.
Okay. Was that yes, Michelle?
How do you prevent a collection or charge off or a derogatory remark from returning once it's been removed?
So the return is not. So what happens is a return never meant that it was deleted. unless you get the file that says it was deleted, not saying that you, but just using that, that's a very good question. If you get the file that says it was deleted, it should be deleted for good unless they change something on the file, such as an account number, balances, things like that. That will get it to get returned because it's a new file, right? They have to bring something new to put it back on. They can't just remove it because the way that they removed it means that something was wrong on it. Now, if it gets deleted, it's not deleted, it's just suppressed. And it's not called a deletion. Now it's called they just suppress it. They put it off the thing while they do the investigation. When they do the investigation, if they find out that it's verified, it will come back up on the thing. Now people take a suppression as a deletion when it's not really a deletion, it's just a suppression. So what that means is they just put it, they say, okay, we're going to take this off of your credit report while we do our investigation, and we'll put it back on if it does show that it's verified. Does that make sense? Jill?
Yeah.
You good? Okay. All right.
Sorry, my phone keeps overheating and I keep getting knocked out of the room.
It's okay. Did you hear what I said or no?
I heard a very small.
Okay.
You said it
All right. So
being removed doesn't mean deleted.
bingo.
And then
Being removed doesn't mean deleted. It could be suppressed. Okay.
even with the 7-year time.
No, 7-year time after there's no new evidence or not, that's got to be removed. But then they're going to change the account number. They have to change something on it for it to come back. Make sense?
How legal? Okay. How do you? Okay.
How do you legally fight that? You pick up the phone and call 1-800-attorney.
Okay. Got it.
Okay? You call 1-800, I'm gonna sue your ass.
Okay.
That's the truth and the fact of the matter where you need to head. That at that point you just got to go to a lawyer, and then the lawyer will handle that. Then the lawyer will see if there's grounds for a lawsuit, and then they sue him per negative item for whatever's there. Make sense?
Yes. Thank you.
Perfect. All right. Now, I matched the correspondent information over here with the items at the bottom. I do not upload the credit report over here. I'll show you guys where to upload the credit report. So the blue will go into this document, the orange in this document, and then the utility bill, which is the green in this document. So it looks something like this. I'm gonna click choose file. This is blue. Here's the blue. That's my passport card. This is going to be my proof of address, social security, and then this is going to be my proof of address. Done. Finished. Simple, easy, and as easy as that. You click save and you move on. So now I'm going to show you guys what a good credit report looks like right here. Make sense to everybody? What it should look like? Nice and easy. All the information's filled in perfectly. Everything's rocking and rolling. And then you come down over here, and guess what? This ID is from Kansas, right? This is why I asked the ID question previously. This ID is from Kansas. The Chase bill's from California. So we're going to use the Kansas address, or we're going to use the California address. It's going to be the California address. So we went with the California address over here. We went with the first name, the last name, and middle name, and date of birth from the thing, and your social security. Boom. Now, guys, I'm going to explain this to you guys. Please, please, please. I'm not being rude here. I'm just being truthful. I don't want to know what nail color you have this month. I don't want to know what your hands look like. I don't want to know what your jeans look like. I don't want to know what your countertops look like. I don't want to know what comforter you have on your bed this month. I don't want to know what the carpeting looks like on your floor. I don't want to know what's on your coffee table. I don't want to know if your ID's got coffee stains. I don't want to know any of that stuff. Why? It shouldn't be in your picture when you take a picture of your ID, social security card, and your proof of address. It should be all clean and a white background. Ali, I don't have a piece of paper for a white background. Use the bills that come in the mail. There's spots on the bill that has white on it. Focus your camera on it and take the picture with that piece right there. Okay? So that is the key. that we go through. I try to let everybody know that because that is where we're heading. That is the way that you want to get that done, and it's simple. Ray dropped the pictures inside. This is what it should look like every single time. Don't use screenshots from your phone. Don't use any of that stuff. Download the PDF. Do it on a computer. Convert the PDF to a JPEG. Okay, we don't allow PDFs inside, so it's JPEG, PNG, GIF. Upload them. It should look like this every single time. Every single time. If you have a passport card should look like that. Simple and easy. I make this easy for you guys. I promise you I make this easy for you guys. Cool?
Yes.
Perfect. That's it. This document's done. But now I'm gonna show you how to pull the credit report. Ray, I need this guy's password. Okay. So let's do this. First off, you're gonna go to My Free Score now.
My free score.
You're gonna log into your My Free Score now. So now this guy's thing's over here. I just gotta get a password. So I'm gonna put that over here. And then I just gotta get his password. Now when I get his password, I'll let you guys know what's going on. Bear with me 1 second. What's up, bro? Gotta pull up my software. Give me a second.
So are the clients doing all of this?
No, this. So when you get their username and password, yes, they have to get this part done so you can log in. There's a specialty piece in here that needs to happen. I'm gonna show you how to do that. Right
Okay.
now. So once you have their client's username and password, what happens is I should just click save over here. You see this little golden person on the top corner? It's your profile. Click my profile. It's gonna say generate client token. Right? So when we click generate client token, we're going to regenerate that client token. It's going to ask you to regenerate that. And now I'm going to actually have to generate the client token, copy it, and then I'm going to go back to the software. When I go back to the software, I'm going to click, there's a plus sign over here. I'm going to delete this so you guys can see it. There's a plus sign over here. I'm going to come and paste that token. I'm going to paste that email address. And I'm done. I hit save. I'm completed. Now it's going to pull that credit report. Done. And now on the bottom, Epic Pro Report V2 has now just been pulled with the credit report data last week. Simple and easy as that. Make sense?
Yes.
Is everybody good on that one? Does somebody need me to go over that again? Put a me in the chat if you need me to go over that again. If not, I'm gonna keep going because we really we had to generate the credit. We had to generate the letter section. Angel. We a week and a half away from beta. Ray and I have been working very diligently. Don't worry. I know I've been watching your messages. Okay. Nobody's got any other questions. Let's move on. We're going to click save. We're going to go from here. Save rounds of attack. Send rounds of attack. Now you created the client's profile. Now, if you haven't generated a letter, nothing's going to be here. If you have generated a letter, which I want to show people over here. If you're printing with me, you want me to print your letters out, let me show you what happens over here. Client, the same file. I have not changed this credit report. I have not uploaded a different credit report. I have not done anything. What I have over here is the same exact file, and I've generated all these different numbers for it. I've generated from 0 all the way to 150. So I want everybody to understand that this software goes crazy. When I told you it can generate an unlimited amount of everything, it really can. So I want everybody to understand that going forward with this, the reason that I show you guys this is when you ask me how much printing cost, let's be real. On October 11th, the same client's file is going to be a way different price than October 8th price because it's got 150 files to send out versus 3 files. So we got to look at it. So we always give a free estimate. I'll drop the phone number for the printing company inside if you guys need any help after class, and we'll go from there. So let's get ready to rock and roll. Let me show you guys how to generate a letter. Ready? Don't blink. It's gonna go quick. Maximum efficiency focus. Pick me. TPMPA. I'm done. I just generated a letter. I said don't blink. Who blinked? Who blinked? Somebody blinked. Yeah, it takes about 18 seconds to generate using the AI. If you don't want to learn anything about the software, utilizing the AI, you can then get it done in about, I would say to you, oh shit. You can get it done in about 18 seconds. Okay? If you blink, literally, you'll lose it. Now, a lot of people tell me they don't like the letters that come out. And personally, I don't like the letters that come out. Not because they're not strong enough. They add a couple of extra letters. You can generate up to 100 letters with this one. But here's the thing. If you're printing with my team knows what letters are garbage and what letters are good. So they get rid of them. If you're printing it yourself, I would suggest that you don't do that right off the bat. You learn how to read the credit report. You learn what needs to go in. But some people just, they want the quickest way possible, and that's the quickest way possible. That's the most aggressive, and you can go from there. But now, if you want to turn your aggression all the way up, here's how you're turning your aggression all the way up. You hit do it yourself, you come down and you hit generate. Now, what's going to happen is you can select the AI, work to execute as the AI. Now, write in the chat for me, guys. MPEP. And then send me another one. MPEC. MPEP. MPEC. MPEP. MPEC. MPEP. MPEC. MPEP. MPEC. These are interchangeable. They're aggressive, but they're interchangeable. There is a little difference between both of them. MPEB, not N. MPEP, MPEC. Yeah, no problem. No problem. Right here. We can see it right here on the board. These two that are selected right here, MPEP, MPEC.
Oh, okay.
Okay, MPEP, MPEC. There ain't nothing wrong with it. Now, this one is not the good one. This is going to work. Okay? Whichever one you can utilize, you utilize. I'm going to use MPEP today because that's the one that comes with the Epic Pro report. And these are all the different AIs. Ray, could you drop something for our lovely people over here to show them the most aggressive and the least aggressive stuff?
Sure.
Here you go. Save that screenshot in your phone, ladies and gentlemen, what Ray just dropped in. We have the most aggressive and they have the least aggressive in there. The most aggressive would be the MPEP, and then, what is it? MPE, what is it? SECA? Talcoms? Talcom, yep. And now you can see what's the most aggressive, what's the least aggressive. So you guys know what to pick. Okay? Now, let's go over here. Select the round. The round is based upon, you don't select one, and then the next generation you select two, and the next generation you select three. No. Every time that you're within a 30-day mark, you're going to select the same round for that 30-day mark. What does that mean? If I am in round one and I made a mistake, I don't generate round two. I generate round one over again. If I generate round one over and I made 8 mistakes, I'm going to generate round 1 8 times. And what happens is people think I will just keep going on that round up. No. If I'm in the first 30 days, round 1 has to be generated 8 times. I don't generate 8 different rounds. It also doesn't mean that if you look at the rounds, you generate it to the corresponding month. I had somebody that did that. It's the 3rd month. You start at round 3. No, it goes based upon the round that you're on. Make sense? Makes sense. Perfect. Now, if we have somebody who's financially challenged, right? Can't afford to pay a big printing bill, doesn't want to go, doesn't want to pay a crazy bill at all, click green. Come over here, select 6. Default. Select blue. I'm sorry. Select blue. Check all in blue. 6, default. This is for people who are financially challenged. What it will do is it will put every negative item into 6 letters. Is this effective? No. Is this effective? No. Why? If they stole 1 letter, they stole every negative item on that letter. So if somebody has 100 negative items and they put it into 6 letters, right? They put 100 negative items into 6 letters, and they stole that negative that file. They stole all 100 negative items.
Wow.
But what is it? It is cost effective. And what happens when somebody's trying to get their credit right and don't got their money straight right off the bat? We need to get that. We need to give them the opportunity to do what's right by them. It's very simple, very easy. Okay? Now, the I am my first client people. We still have that. We still have that in here. I am my first client. Well, we are not going to do it that way. We are going to read the credit report. And how do we read the credit report? We're going to check all in green. We're going to change the 6 to unlimited. We're going to leave the rest as default. And we're going to hit next. Why? I like failing big. At least if I fail big, something good happens. You know? It's people like to fail small. The blue is to fail small. The green is let's fail big. Oop, I lost my pen. So, right now, we're going to fail big. Here's what happens. I want everybody to come over here. Look for the orange arrow at the bottom. And what would we assume is the positive color?
Green.
Perfect. Good answer. So what I do is you see this box that says high positive item. I'm going to click high positive item. I'm going to go back over here. And what do we have? We have a bunch of negative items. Guess what? This is going to get confusing. So let's drop, Ray, let's drop the cheat sheet for everybody so they can go through it.
Sure. It's there.
There's our cheat sheet. So now what I do is I take the cheat sheet out. I open up the cheat sheet. I come over here. I make the screen in half. I make this screen in half. And then what I do is I scroll down, come to my first negative, which is number 1. I make this editable. And now what I do is I have the red, green, and blue boxes. I have everything listed on the cheat sheet. But instead of red and green, I have it do not attack, do attack, right? So get with this. Ready? I scroll down to over here. I click 1, and now 1 pops up at the top. This is my first negative item. I come to box number 2, which says type of reported issue. What does type of reported issue mean? This is the negative item. So what is this negative item? The box underneath it will tell you what the negative item is. Personal.
Identifier information.
Bingo. I come over here and I find personal information. I literally just check it off.
Tech. Okay.
Boom. Now I go to the next box. I hit 2. What's 2? Come on, Teresa. What's 2?
A bad inquiry.
That's it. But you looked in the wrong spot, Miss Teresa.
Uh, okay.
I know you looked in the I know you looked in the wrong spot. You were scanning the page, right?
Yeah.
Now check this out. Anything that is in the brown color or any of the similar colors is the same thing. So
Okay.
2 is going to be an inquiry. 3 is going to be an inquiry. 14 is going to be an inquiry. 18 is going to be an inquiry. 24, 32, 38, and 40. Guess what? Those are all inquiries. So I don't need to sit there. Once I have it checked off, move to the next color. In this case, these 2 green ones are inquiries as well. So we're going to move on. I'll explain that when we get ready to generate the letter. 87. What's 87, Teresa?
Delinquency late.
Read it all in its entirety.
All other delinquency lates, 1 and 2 information.
Reason why is look over at the cheat sheet. The cheat sheet says medical delinquency late, student loan delinquency late. You said delinquency late. So which one of the 3 of them could it be?
It's the last one, all other delinquency lates.
Bingo. So that one, we're going to just select it. Oops. Let me go from here. Now we're going to go to 88. What's 88?
88 is student loan derogatory lates, 3+ payment information.
Perfect. I come over here. I look for student loan derogatory late 3+. I found that. Bingo. I go over here to 89. What's 89? Now, don't tell me. Match it up on the cheat sheet and tell me what it is. While you do that, I'm going to see what my wife just said.
Is it all other charge-offs?
Atta girl, good job.
Collections? Okay.
AOCC, good job. All other charge-off and collections. All other charge-off and collections because it doesn't say medical and it doesn't say student loan. So if it's not here, the AI is not going to know what a category to write the letter in. So if it doesn't know what category to write the letter in, how's it going to write the letter for you?
Right.
Okay, so we got that. Now, we know the red's done. Let's check 94. Well, we got that one. It's already a check mark there. We got that one. It's a check mark. We got that one. It's a check mark. So, FYI, we just read the whole credit report. I check my data over here. First, last name, all that stuff. Make sure everything looks right. ID, social security card, POA, passport card. I have everything labeled. I go over here to the top. I go to client info. I double check everything, make sure everything looks good. Yep, everything looks fantastic. Great. Now I click include all 3 bureaus. Here's the specialty. I'm going to reset the system. Now that I have everything ready to rock and roll, all I have to do is just turn on the stuff that needs to be attacked. What do I turn on? What do I turn on that needs to be attacked? I'm going to check all the stuff that doesn't need to be attacked. So let's check all in red. Right? I go back to my image. My image tells me PI and inquiry. Well, let's go. PI, inquiry. Come back to my image. AOCC, SLDL. AOCC, SLDL. Boom, boom. And then all other delinquency lates. So now I just scroll down to all of the delinquency lates, and guess what? Now I'm done, right? I match them up. 1 space in between, perfect. I got both. 1 space, then 2 spaces, then 2, and then 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Perfect. Matches perfectly. So I know everything's good here. So now what I do is I count my green check marks. How many green check marks, ladies and gents?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5. How many credit bureaus are there?
3.
3 times 5.
15.
Perfect. I go to the first box, I put in 15. If I don't see a number that's there, I always round up. So if it's 9, I go to 10. If it's 35, I go to 36. If it's 40, I go to 100, you know? Just giving it that thing. And then I click default. Default. Now I just review, make sure everything's right. Yep. I hit next.
Yes, they are. That doesn't make sense.
Click OK. And generate the letter. I am done. That was it. Was that hard, ladies and gents?
Not at all.
Shit, I finished that in an hour. I've never finished that shit in an hour.
Not at all.
Wow. Wow.
I
That
had to
was it.
come back and see it again.
What
Thank
happened,
you.
ma'am? What happened? What happened, Michelle?
I had to come back today and see you do it again.
That's fine.
I actually missed those last crucial steps. So thank you for being so. You're a great instructor.
Keep
'Cause now I absolutely have.
keep coming. Tuesday and Wednesdays, just keep coming.
Yep.
As long as I'm teaching, just keep coming. Look, Miss Tracy Allen's been. Miss Allen, how many classes have you been to of mine? At least of mine. I'm not gonna ask you in general. I think she goes to she's got like 4 different phones going on at the same time.
Okay.
I actually do. I'm sorry. Dion and Darius and Smitty are doing a mentorship, 3-day mentorship. So that's playing in the background. So I didn't hear your original question. I'm sorry.
I said that's why we have nobody in class today. How many classes have you been into?
Of yours?
Yes.
This one, I would say this was probably number 6, 8, maybe.
6 or 8. She just keeps coming. 6 or 8. She just keeps coming. I thought it was more. I thought it was like 20 or 30. I'll be honest with you. I see them on almost every class, but that's the key. Like at the end of the day, just keep showing up. Don't stop. It's just good to be in the software and understand what's going on and to get those questions answered until you become an expert. I'm be honest with you. This is just basic. I want everybody to understand, like, this is just basic stuff.
Where can I go to get more strategy and more expertise, as you said, on
Didn't you pay us yesterday?
Yeah, I've been a member.
You were part of the paid in full community. You should be joining the classes.
Okay,
They have the paid in full community has all the classes every single night. Ask any questions that you have on anything that we're utilizing or anything we're doing. Okay. The two coaches that are in there can answer any question. They had a class before my class tonight. So I know they're always touching base. You can always ask any questions. They'll touch base on anything that they need to. Okay? Guys, the way you join my community, the way that you join anything that we do, anything that we go through, very simple. You pay for printing, you join with us. It's as simple as that. We give you all the tools, we give you all the necessary things that you need, and you don't have to worry about any of that stuff. And if you need any help, we go from there. So Ray, do me a favor, drop the YouTube channel for everybody that has waited, because they've been so nice and so patient with us.
Sure.
So there's YouTube channels. Make sure you save and like and subscribe. And then drop the phone number for the printing team. If you need any help with any of your documents or anything, please feel free to give us a call. Don't call. Text. Text and see if somebody's available to help you. Give you that phone number. Always text to see if somebody's available to help you. If somebody is available to help you, they will get on the phone with you immediately and help you get through whatever problem you're going through to get you guys to that next level. I promise you guys you'll be able to get to that next level a lot quicker than you think it is. And that's it if you guys don't have any questions. Angel, don't go nowhere. I got something for you.
Okay.
Ms. Moses, how are you? You've been lacking on classes. What'd you do? Get that bankruptcy removed?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
No. Still battling.
Okay. Does this update late payments? It doesn't update late payments. It should try to remove late payments. We don't want to update late payments. We want to get them cleared off. We want them to actually remove the late payment reportings. Does anybody have any questions? Ms. Moses, you hear from the attorney?
That attorney sucks.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna call that guy tomorrow. Fuck.
It's not him. Her name is Nancy.
I look. He's the one who told me that he's gonna give you the best attorneys in the United States. He built the network.
Yeah,
And
well,
he came to me and he goes from there. So if Nancy sucks, I'm gonna go in there and let him know that Nancy sucks. And I was like, why would I put this shit in my community if Nancy sucks?
yeah, she told me I'll call you back in 25 minutes.
Never did.
I didn't hear from her until I texted her 2 weeks later.
Ooh, fuck that. I ain't waiting until tomorrow. No fuck assignment.
And then basically she was telling me it was nothing that they can do. So I was like, I'll continue to handle it on my own.
Okay.
But I got some juicy stuff to send in. So I think this one is it. I'm sending it to the CFPB.
He literally just sent. He actually sent me Nancy's number. The 480 number, right? 480-712-5242.
Sounds right.
Yep. All right, perfect. Okay. Perfect. Okay. I'll handle that. Any other questions for anybody? Wow. Quiet night. Angel, you come to the event next week? You're going to be in Nashville? Or not Nashville. In Atlanta?
Sure is.
Okay, so I'll see you in Atlanta. I just booked my ticket today, so I'll be in Atlanta next week. Ms. Moses, you come to any events?
I wanted to come to the one on the 21st, but I think I'm gonna be in Atlanta this Saturday. So I don't know if I'm gonna come back again or maybe stay until Saturday.
Oh, where you going to Atlanta for? Going to see family?
My nephew, he just moved there.
God bless. God bless. God bless. Atlanta's supposed to be crazy. Atlanta's supposed to be crazy because it's home for a lot of these people that are all these major speakers. I realize a lot of them live in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of them live in Atlanta. They just, I don't get it. I just don't get it. But yeah, Dallas is this week. I'm leaving tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Friday morning. I'll be in Dallas. Be back. We got a private event going on in Dallas, and then we're coming to Atlanta. So it'll be good. It's gonna be crazy. Yes,
Tonight.
yes, ma'am.
Tonight you have the opportunity.
I'm still trying to work on getting my daughter to take off of work so I can meet you in Philly.
Philly's back. Oh no, I can't say that. So yes, try your best to get to Philly. Philly's crazy. I love Philly.
I'm trying, but she works on the weekends and she has a 7-month-old and I babysit. So I'm trying to get her to I'm trying.
I got you. Don't look. Understand this, guys. From my understanding, this is only the first tour. There's supposed to be another tour coming. So It's gonna be crazy how many tours are coming. We've got a lot of shit going on. We got a lot of shit going on. Let me see how much a flight is to Philly. Why, you gonna come out of Philly? You don't want to. Philly. So Philly, my wife is gonna be in Philly. That's the cool. My wife and my daughter is gonna be in Philly. So Daddy's got to perform in Philly. Philly is amazing, but Atlanta's supposed to be home. So Atlanta is the key. I think Atlanta's gonna have the craziest. Supposedly, Mob is gonna go nuts in Detroit. So for everybody that can't get to Detroit, I think he's gonna go crazy in Detroit. Yeah. So I don't know. Credit repair questions for anybody else that's here. I was like I have the rest. I think are my students. So at the end of the day, I'll just talk with them. I haven't seen them in a week and a half. How's it feel not having me on Fridays, guys?
It's different.
I know it's more teaching. Everybody keeps telling me it's more teaching and less energy.
It's different.
It's different.
We miss you.
I will be back after tour. Miss Veronica, you joined in late. We're done. We went over everything. I'm sorry. You know what? That's a good idea. Let me do this. Let me stop sharing my screen. Let me do this. Let me come over here. Put this over here. Hold on, Angel. I'm not gonna put your shit on blast. Let me stop streaming. Yep. And let me shut the room down. That's it. Lock this meeting. That's it. We're done. So for everybody else, you're more than welcome to leave. We are done. Who's my student? Charles, are you one of my students? Did you join the Paid in Full community? I think I saw that name before. FC.
No, I've had you mail out letters for me before though.
Okay, cool. So B, you are one of the students then. Joined Ray. Make sure you get with Mr. Edwards so you can get him in the Paid in Full community.
Sure.